Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm playing some GRUUL Werewolves in Historic Best of 3. I'm still trying out all the new Alchemy cards, and today is no exception. I'm going to talk briefly about the new cards I've added to this deck, and then hop into a few games. If you just want to see gameplay, click on the timestamp in the description to head on over to that first game. So if you're playing Werewolves, the reason you're playing Werewolves is because of this card right here, Tenacious Pup, the new wolf from Alchemy. It is a 1/2 for 1. It says when Tenacious Pup enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Pretty sweet. Then, when you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, a trample counter, and a vigilance counter on it. This is just a ton of extra value. It comes out of the 1 slot, which is very nice. Our only other 1-drop is the Llanowar Elf, and if we end up playing this instead of Llanowar Elf on turn 1, it just turns all of our 2-drops into things that are just slightly more threatening. Overall, I've been super impressed with how the Tenacious Pup has been performing, and I think it is an auto-include in any wolf or werewolf deck. Next, playing 1 copy of Rahilda Wanted Cutthroat. It is a 2/2 for 2 with first strike. It says when Rahilda deals combat damage to a player, exile a non-land card from their library at random. During any turn you attacked with a wolf or werewolf, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast that spell. This is just a lot of added card value. This deck doesn't have a whole lot of that, so I think it is a necessary card to put into the deck. Right now, I'm only running 1 copy of it, but if it performs well, I think going up to 2 or maybe even 3 copies could be warranted. The only other new card to this deck is over here in the sideboard, Blood Rage Alpha, a 4/3 for 4 that says, when it enters the battlefield, choose 1. First option, another wolf or werewolf you control fights a target creature you don't control. And then the other option is, when you cast your next wolf or werewolf spell, it gains, when this creature enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Fight spells on a creature are always good, but we don't always need to be fighting cards or other creatures, so I think this card sitting in the sideboard is where it belongs. If we get into a meta where there are a lot of creature decks, I think putting this into the main board could be a thing, but right now we're mostly fighting against control decks, so I think being in the sideboard is the best place for it. Otherwise, the deck is just playing a whole bunch of really efficient creatures, and they're all werewolves. Reckless Stormseeker is a card that's proved itself over and over again. It's super powerful. Tovalor definitely does a lot of really awesome stuff. Having Kessig Naturalists on turn 2 generates a lot of mana. Very powerful cards through and through. Overall, I like the way this deck looks, and it's pretty fun to play, so I'm going to jump into a few games and see how it goes. See you over there. Time for some Werewolves in Historic. Should be fun. I don't think I've actually made a werewolf video yet. I think maybe I did a 1 and done or something like that. Can't remember exactly. Sure, I'll have it pop up somewhere on the screen. But no dedicated werewolf videos yet. It's a deck I've tried here and there, played on my own free time, but haven't had the success I've been looking for with the deck. Hopefully I find a little bit now with some of these new cards. Opening hand, not great, so I'll throw that away, and also not super great, but I think I have to keep it, and I think I actually have to get rid of the Tovalor, unfortunately. I'm gonna go mono green werewolf stompy, apparently. Give the opponent the old kiss. And Rada comes, an untimely Rada, against a possible Azorius control deck. I haven't seen Irrigated Farmland in quite some time. Ay. Alright, let's get in with the pup. And hopefully they might have like the counter spell where you have to pay 1 extra mana. Alright. Get me. Essence Scatter? What? Listen, there are not enough creature-oriented strategies in Historic to be playing Essence Scatter main board. What? Why are you picking on people like me? Okay, I'm gonna actually go out with Rahilda first, because I feel like they might actually have some kind of weird counter spell. Right. I always forget the name of it, but it's the 2 CMC, modal flip land, pay 1 extra mana. Yeah, cool. Alright. I could go out with the Collected Company, but I think I'm going to opt to go this route. That. So Werewolves, pretty cool tribe. Another aggro deck for me. I've been playing a ton of aggro decks, which actually brings me to the question for this video. What do you like? Aggro, mid-range, or control? Obviously, I like a lot of aggro decks. That's no secret. I play a ton of them. Let's reduce the cost of our Collected Company a little bit. So what's your flavor of Magic? I'm always interested to hear what other people like to play. Let me know. But yeah, werewolves, cool. This is one werewolf though. I'm not really sure too much about. I feel like it could be a powerful card. It seems like it should be a powerful card, but it just doesn't really work out the way I always intend it to work out. It's the same thing with the Primal Adversary. Very cool card, but something's missing.
Keep up the pace.
All right, so they have the Teferi on the field. Thankfully, I get to Collected Company hit beautifully. And hopefully they don't have some nastiness for me. Unfortunately, I gotta send a lot at Teferi Boy here. Do get to draw a card though. Not a useful card. Cemetery Prowler is doing a very nice job at controlling the opponent's graveyard. I wonder if I should have sent all 6 at the face, knowing that I have a Lair of the Hydra primed. Don't know. Also, this Primal Adversary might actually be able to animate a few lands and get some sneaky damage in. Just have to wait and see. It has definitely been a control fiesta today. I don't know what is going on with all these decks, but people are happy with control. Tell you that much. Is this a Settle the Wreckage? They're playing mainboard Essence Scatter, making me think that somebody hurt them and they might actually have a Settle the Wreckage. I'm going to go into it full on. Sure, let's get rid of the sorcery. It's either a Shark Typhoon or it's probably a Shark Typhoon. Yeah. Which really sucks. It lined up very nicely for the opponent as a 4/4 against my poor 3/3 and 3/4 wolves. All right. It might seem crazy, but I think I'm going to commit pretty hard to the board because I know I have this Primal Adversary. I might be able to sneak some damage. Okay. Hopefully they don't find a Wrath of God with the Narset and have another land in hand. It's very possible, though. Hurts me. It hurts me so much. So the Primal Adversary is not actually going to be able to finish them off with at 8. I can get in with a pretty good Lair of the Hydra. I guess that's probably going to be the best way to go about things. Oh, the Collected Company is good too, though. I can hit them for 5. If I just save the Collected Company, they're going to counter it. There's no way it gets in. And I think I have to go face. I have a lot of cards in my deck that have haste, so it's possible that either the Lair of the Hydra could be a threat, or I could find the Storm Chaser. That could be 3 more damage. Although they have the Castle Ardenvale, it's going to be really hard to get over that. Ugh, seal away now. Okay. Opponent has my number. Let's just go out with the Naturalist. They did flip it to Knight, so that's pretty cool. They make a 1/1 human. Yeah, again, I don't know what's going on with Historic and Control. It's been like this for almost a month, I feel. Lots and lots and lots of control. Be real swell if you cut that out, Historic. Eyes like rolled all the way back. What I don't get is how a deck can run main board Essence Scatter, Baffling End, Seal Away in such a heavy control-oriented meta. How can this deck meet any kind of success consistently? Like, sure, it's great when you run into the one guy playing Werewolf Tribal, but yeah, blows my mind. Yeah, not good enough. All right, we'll try to go to game 2. There's no reason to carry on with what's going on right now. Cindervines seems pretty fine to me. I think Clothis is probably a pretty good addition. And possibly the Ranger class. I like the Ranger class because it just gives me a little bit more fight against things. Although, if they bounce it with Teferi, I feel real bad. I'll think about the Ranger class a little bit. Probably going to cut Rahilda. Cut the Primal Adversary. It's not a very good card. I'm not even sure the Primal Adversary should even be in the deck. You know what? Maybe the Ranger class is a little bit too ambitious, and I'll go down a couple of puppies. All right, try like that. Hope to do a little bit better, but it's looking a little bit dire against the old Azorius anti-creature build of this opponent's deck. This looks okay. I should be able to get the Cindervines out onto the field on turn 1, and then Cemetery Prowler into the eventual Collected Company. Sure, it's a good game plan. The opponent is mulliganing fairly aggressively by the looks of things. I forgot to change my avatar after playing some dragons. The dragon game, I had a lot of fun playing those dragons, and I will say, dragons actually worked out a little bit better than I think the werewolves are going to. They have the portable hole for my Cindervines. How outrageous you are, opponent. You are an outrageous hombre. I'm going to go out with the Cemetery Prowler first, I think. It's not going to get any immediate value, but it's a 3/4, and I think it can probably stay alive a little bit better than Tovalor. I would like to go out with the Clothis, but I think I got to put it to the opponent to do something. If they do something, I can collect a company. If they don't, I can just do this. Actually, the Night Pack Ambusher was fun. Memory Deluge. Okay. Do something, opponent. Okay. Then I will Night Pack Ambusher. I'm sure it gets countered. Yep. Cool thing here, I get a little bit of reduction on my stuff. And I think jamming the Clothis is probably going to be better than Tovalor. Which one are they going to counter? I'm gonna play out this one. Let's see. They let it resolve. I really want the Clothis on the field. I don't want to go into... I'm assuming they have some kind of counter magic. Maybe the 3 blue one. Always forget. They might have to board wipe this time, and then I can go out with Clothis. Yeah. And then I think they have a pretty hard time dealing with Clothy. Sure. I'm going to eat an instant. This one. All right, and we have 2 Lair of the Hydras up. Things are probably okay. Reckless Stormseeker for future turns. kind of thinking they have a Shark Typhoon coming. So I'm not going to attack into the 5/5 Shark. Going to be a smart boy. Always pays to be a smart boy. Especially when you have a Clothis with a clock. There's the Archmage's Charm. That was what I was expecting when they had the 3 mana open. Not good with the names. I'm fine at remembering what they do or kind of what they look like, but names are so hard. There's so many names. What you gonna do, opponent? You know what? I think I'm gonna try the Collected Company. They could counter it, but then I think I'll feel more comfortable going with the Lair of the Hydra. Censor, eh? Okay. Those are fine. Why does this feel like a trap? Why does this feel like Settle the Wreckage again? I'm going for it. Seal away. Okay. Oh, I should have known that, and I should have put it on the cemetery. Prowler. It's fine. Let me draw my card. Shark Typhoon for 1. They did have the Shark Typhoon. So I'm onto them. I'm flipping my thing around. I've been onto them the whole time. I'm gonna eat that. Bang, bang. Okay. Sure. May as well do that. And I still have 2 hasty boys here. They have to clear this. They have to deal with this and that. Might be able to take a game here. That's good, 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 good. Okay. Everything is probably fine. I wonder if I should bring in the Outline or Outland Liberator, knowing that they have so much of that removal. I think it's probably fine. This destroys artifacts and enchantments. And I think the Tenacious Pup, although it's really good value, in a control matchup, I don't think it's really great. I think when you're fighting on the ground, instead of having a 3/3, having a 4/4 with Trample and Vigilance to get over humans, for example, I think that's where that card shines. I'm not sure it really does super well in the control matchup. Opening hand, yeah, it's not bad. A lot of lands. All right. You do you, opponent. Portable hole, my elf. Poor elf. Okay. Censor is live. Scary card right there. Doesn't seem like they have anything. Oh, I don't want to walk into a Wrath of God, though. The opponent, Azorius control being on the play is obnoxious. Okay. They can make a 2/2 wolf or shark to fight my wolf. Baffling end. I feel baffled. Do you think they also have the Archmage's Charm? It will be real sad when they do. Oh, it's Absorb. It's even worse. Oh, it's all falling apart. I'm not really sure. Yeah, like this is kind of like 5-color Niv, but it's doing the same thing as those 5-color Niv decks do against my poor creatures, just in a slightly different way. Gonna have to rely on the Lair of the Hydras to really pull their weight in the later half of this game. They're using a Wrath of God to get rid of a single Wolfy boy. You know what? I'm gonna go out with double Werewolf Pack Leader. I might get punished for this. I was thinking about loading up the lairs, but I want to run them out of resources. Plus, they have the Field of Ruin. That'll feel bad when they kill one of my lairs with that. But if I can get a double card draw here. Okay, good. Give me Collected Company. Nice. Bang, bang. Okay, that's about as good as I could have hoped. They're flooding. Okay. Cool. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Counter it. Please counter it. Oh, God. Okay. So does this mean... I've been so worried about the... the Settle the Wreckage this entire game. I don't think I'm brave enough to attack with everything. They might just be like Castle Ardenvale. All right. Call me a coward. It's fine. The Cindervines, I think, is going to be nice little, you know, a nice little card to keep them on their toes, because now they have a clock. Give me Collected Company again. Should I put out the Werewolf Pack Leader? Yeah. Sure. Flooding the board a little bit, but they're at 6. I have it's kind of like 3 damage guaranteed here. They're going to need like something huge. I have damage here. Damage everywhere. Cataclysmic Gearhulk is annoying. But I do get to do that. So each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment. Oh, I should have left the enchantment. That's my bad. I thought I was going to have to sacrifice the enchantment. Yeah. That was just misplay. So they have 3 mana open. That means I do this. Okay, not clean. Not clean at all. My hair's all messed up because it's so stressful. But werewolves beating Azorius control. That's a big check mark in werewolves can do it box, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. Next one. Just hoping for no more control matchups. I think I deserve a little bit of a break. I don't even remember the last time I went up against an aggro deck. I'm not even sure they exist anymore. All right, send the old heart kiss to the opponent. My new favorite emote. Yeah, this wasn't what I was talking about when I asked for aggro. It's combo. I don't want to go up against combo. I'm not even sure I have anything in the sideboard that stops this. Yeah, okay, well, the good news is this is going to be a fast game. It's going to be a very fast game. Rahilda, completely useless. Now my Cemetery Prowler is completely useless. My opponent's turn 2 play invalidates the entirety of my deck. Yeah. Okie doke. Oh, yeah. Like I said, at least it's going to be a quick one. I can take my lumps, especially if they're quick. Yeah. Cool. Maybe they attack in with everything. Yeah, okay. I can get rid of the Soul Warden. The Tressolera is already a 7/7 though. Tralasara. It's pretty nutty that I had to go after the Soul Warden over the Tralasara. Alright. It's fine. I get to make a wolf and block the Moon Dancer with that. Alright. Hey, they don't have the combo because I killed their annoying little Soul Warden. Why didn't they attack in? Alright. Let's see if the sideboard has anything that can be done to fight against that. And I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Not one card, in fact. I'll bring in the fight. Maybe I can get lucky and take out Moon Dancer before it grows to infinitely large sizes. I think the Night Pack ambushes are probably not going to do very much either. Actually, kind of thinking against the Night Pack ambushers nowadays. After a little bit of testing, there are a lot of cards I want to change. The Primal Adversary, the Night Pack Ambusher, and maybe even the Cemetery Prowler being a 4-up. None of them feel super great to me. Clothis doesn't feel good either. I'm not sure. I think the game plan against life gain is so bad. But you know what? It's the Heliod life gain deck is so well tuned and so powerful that I don't even think it's worth tuning your deck to fight against, because you're not gonna beat it unless you're playing hard control. I think like there's so many bad matchups when playing against this deck. Yeah, like already I've lost. Yeah. Okay. But like I said, there's a lot of value in the fact that this is going to be a quick game, because that other game was like 20 minutes and this is going to be like 5 or 6 minutes. It's like when you watch a movie. I don't know about you, but when I watch a movie, my coworker agrees. We talk about this fact all the time. Movies that are under 90 minutes are automatically at least okay, because they're not wasting our time. Those movies that are like 2.5 hours or almost 3 hours, but like not worth the 2.5 to 3 hours, those movies can go away. Yeah. I mean, I just can't beat this. I don't know. And then they scry the perfect cards. Yeah. Yeah. Ow. That's good. We'll see if they hit the combo. I'm assuming they're going to have a Collected Company next turn. Let them have their fun. Useless card. Hey, another Collected Company is good. And it's now nighttime. Didn't expect that. So they make a 2/2 and Tralasara goes up to a... Oh. Interesting. She would have went up to a 10/10. Okay. She may as well just have infinite power at this point. I just have to kind of go wide enough and tall enough that I can go around it, but I don't think that's even close to a possibility, right? Okay. A little bit of a nombo with Tenacious Pup and Collected Company. That's one thing I didn't really realize before. Because Tenacious Pup is when you cast your next one. I thought it was when the next one enters the battlefield, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Sure. It's so silly. I'm almost done with this. I'm kind of holding out a little bit of hope that the opponent might mess up something. But so bad. The Reckless Stormseeker, the Kessig Naturalist, they're all good, but I don't think they're going to do enough. Obviously, they're not going to do enough. Yeah. No, there's... I don't know why I'm continuing on with this game. I should have conceded a long time ago. It's like, I must be like a 1 in 10% chance to... A 1 in 10 chance to beat that deck. One more with the Werewolves. Alright, no hard control, no infinite combo stuff. Let's have a good game of Magic. My sodium levels are a little bit too high right now. A little bit awkward with the lands the way they are for this pack leader, but I think this hand's pretty good. Tenacious Pup into a Kessig Naturalist is never a bad thing. Opponent on a Gigantha. I don't know what that means really these days. When I play Gigantha, it means I'm playing Burn. But I have a feeling it doesn't mean that. It means that. Ew. Alright, so desperately going to need a land next turn. If I hit the land next turn, I can maybe collect a company. Maybe some really fun stuff that could happen. Alright. Yeah. That's what's happening. They have the removal for it. Get out of here. All right. Here we go. Meow, meow, meow. My favorite cards. It's just yeah. So if I attack, the Ravenous Squirrel will go up to 2, 3. It'll go up to a 3. So if they want to trade Ravenous Squirrel for a Werewolf Pack Leader, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. Or they just do that. Here we go. Squirrel's getting big. The last time I played against a Jund food deck like this, it wasn't Jund, I think it was Golgari though. The game lasted forever. I'm pretty sure my opponent, that was the game where my opponent timed out. All right, try to hit a good Coco. The Mayhem Devil is just like...
Yes! Oh, come here, Werewolves. Let me murder you.
it's the worst. I'm just really, really glad I beat that Azorius deck now. Oh, what is this? Alright. No. We'll go to the next game. I don't know. What do I have in the sideboard for that? The Liberator's good. I can destroy maybe some stuff. I'll bring in the Alpha. Should be good. Ooze is going to be good. Yeah. Sideboard's not looking too bad. Primal Adversary can get on out. And I think the Night Pack Ambusher is also being cut. Rahilda will never, ever, ever get in, and a Tenacious Pup can always be dropped. Well, at least I'm getting my wish of fast games. Get in and out. No more hour-and-a-half recording sessions if I'm running into things like this and getting hands like that. All right. We'll put one Rockfall to the bottom. I could have kept a Rockfall. Oops. Let's just hope they don't have the Fatal Push again for the Naturalist. Ooh, my other favorite card. This deck is just a smorgasbord of cards that I never ever want to see. All right. Get in with the old Naturalist, and then I can get the Cemetery Prowler on the field. It's something. I think I'm going to hold off on the Scavenging Ooze, at least for a little bit. I want to get it on the field when there's some food around. Eat some stuff. Yeah. So I guess I attack. I can't get rid of this cat because of these two food. Should I save the Blood Rage Alpha for something bigger? Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I think I just have to put it out. Just to have something on the field. And the body... Oh, it's another wolf. That's right. 4-3. I don't like the 4-3 body on this. I really wish it were a 4-4. Quick one. Quick video. Oh, and they had the Mayhem Devil. Oh, no. All right. I get to see a card or two, but I think this is the end of the line for old Matt. We're crashing. The werewolves maybe finally did me in. They had the mana. I wonder why they didn't play out. They must have a collected company? No. The deck might play Coco. Or they just want to draw cards. Okay. I could eat the cat now? I guess that's an upside. No, I can't eat the cat because the deck's outrageous. I forgot that it could do that. But if I try to eat the cat, I can respawn. I should be able to get the cat. Okay. We got a cat. We got the Cauldron Familiar. It's in exile. You know how rare that is? I'm immensely happy about that. Okay, Mayhem Devil. Let's eat the Prowler. I guess a little bit of a combo with the Prowler and the Scavenging Ooze as well. Always had it. Always had it. All right. Crash in for 4. Not a bad attack. Hold up the Collected Company. Change it to night. Don't think it's going to stay night. This deck casts so many spells, they can almost always flip it back to day. Meow. Okay. Can I block here? They definitely have ways of pinging Tovalor down. They can sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the Storm Chase. I'd rather keep the Midnight Scourge around. This thing hopefully draws me some cards later on. I don't use this ability very much. I think this is one thing I definitely need to be using. It's a Kessig Wolf run. Gain X and Trample. Pretty cool. That's a bit outrageous, isn't it? Oh, teeth grittingly annoying. And he flips back. All right. Get in with the team. Could destroy that. It's really annoying. It's drawing them a lot of cards, but it is 3 mana. And it won't leave me with much else to do. But that's why it's in the deck. I actually think I do need to destroy it. They're going to get a ping. I have to be a little bit careful. Because when I sacrifice my creatures, Mayhem Devil decides it's time to do damage. Just, yeah. I'm losing it. I'm genuinely losing it. Going up Azorius control into Heliod combo into Jund Food. I'm not sure. This is like an all-star sweep of the greatest of the greats in Historic right now, and I'm playing Werewolf Tribal. It's my soul. My soul can't handle it. Oh, please don't kill my puppy. Oh, they're gonna kill the big puppy. Because of course they can. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna see like one more draw, and I think I'm just about done with all of this. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Get on in. That's about right. All right. Let's go talk a little bit about this deck and see if there's any hope for a future of werewolves. All right, so the werewolf game's pretty rough across the board. It was just struggle city. Couple of things to probably talk about this deck. Definitely doesn't feel right. Night Pack Ambusher. The idea of the Ambusher is really cool when you're talking about night and day, but it just doesn't seem to work out the way you want it to, especially the secondary part where it's at the beginning of your end step if you didn't cast a spell, create a 2/2, because that means you also have to hold off on the next turn. So I think it just doesn't really jive very well with the rest of what this deck is doing. Primal Adversary, another one that's just very clunky. The fact that you have to put the plus make your lands 3/3 wolves, not cool. Nobody wants to be doing that. Cemetery Prowler, I think, is fine. Maybe not as a 4 of. It just doesn't feel good. And then the biggest problem with the deck is that it's not really playing any removal. Maybe, as much as it pains me to say, Bone Crusher Giants maybe need to be in the deck. I know Blood Rage Alpha is here, but fight doesn't always work out. You saw in the one game where we tried to fight something and the opponent was able to kill the thing we were making fight something else. It's just so clunky. So something like a Bone Crusher Giant to get rid of those really annoying 1 and 2 toughness creatures could be a little bit more valuable overall. But I don't want to be putting Bone Crusher Giant into my werewolf deck, unfortunately. Also, Embercleave might find a bit of a home in this deck, of course. I think I played Embercleave the last time I played this deck. I have flashbacks of me playing GRUUL Werewolves, but I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the deck was. I have to look it up. Anyways, Embercleave probably should be in the deck. Again, it feels kind of lame putting an Embercleave in your werewolf tribal deck because werewolves are trying to do cool things. But then you kind of start to realize that if you want your tribal deck to be successful, you have to jam in a whole bunch of just way above curve cards that support what the overall game plan of the tribe is. And that hurts. It doesn't feel good because you want the werewolves to be able to support themselves on their own. After testing it and playing those last 3 games, yeah, something feels a little bit off. So big adjustments to be made to this one, but it was a good little experiment nonetheless. I still think there is a lot of good stuff here. Tenacious Pup, pretty cool on turn 1, really bad on turn 5. Kessig Naturalists, very good card overall. You know, Reckless Stormseeker, Torvalor, those cards are strong, but the other werewolves that I've put in the deck, I'm not really feeling them. Even though they seem like they should be good, they just don't seem to perform the way I need them to perform. Anyways, that is the werewolf deck. Please let me know your thoughts on the werewolves. Should I be running Arlen in the main board? Do we have to explore creatures outside of wolves and werewolves to make the deck a little bit stronger? Do we need Embercleave? Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one because this is the one deck that I really want to play and I think is really interesting, but it is the one that is certainly falling the shortest of all the recent decks that I've made since Alchemy released. That's it for this one. Take care for now. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.